What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com.
Here are my DFS picks for MLB Monday, May 23rd.
These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos.
In this video, I'm going to go over my top DFS picks for today's MLB slate.
And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made.
Okay guys, we have a 10-game slate tonight, so let's take a look at the pitcher position. I like Garrett Cole. He's in a smash spot here, facing a low salary batting team, the Baltimore Orioles, and Garrett Cole is only giving up a .629 OPS versus righties and a .548 OPS versus switch hitters, facing 5 righties and 3 switch hitters. And I like this pick because the Orioles have only hit 16 of his last 88 pitches. That's a 182 batting average. So Garrett Cole is 11,000 FanDuel salary. He's 500 less on DraftKings, averaging 36 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 40, 47, and 50 fantasy points in his last 3 games. So he's been on fire. He has an ERA of 2.89. Record is 4-0, pitching an average of 89 pitches per game. So I like Garrett Cole here versus the Baltimore Orioles. Now I also like Adrian Houser, pitching against a low salary batting team, the San Diego Padres. Adrian Houser only gives up a .597 OPS versus righties, facing 4 righties. And I like this pick because although it's not as big of a sample size, he's got a great pitcher versus batter history here. The Padres have only hit 4 of his last 32 pitches. That's a 125 batting average. So Adrian Houser is 9,400 FanDuel salary. He's 500 less on DraftKings, averaging 28 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 40, 12, and 27 fantasy points in the last 3 games. He has an ERA of 3.22. Record is 3-4, pitching an average of 92 pitches per game. So I do prefer Garrett Cole, but if you need to save a little bit of salary to stack those bats, I like Adrian Houser here versus the San Diego Padres. Okay guys, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. I like Anthony Rizzo with a small batting advantage here over Jordan Lyles. Anthony Rizzo is batting a .798 OPS versus righties. Jordan Lyles pitches 10% worse to lefties as he does righties, giving up a .868 OPS versus lefties. Now Anthony Rizzo is 7 for 26. That's a 269 batting average with a .819 OPS versus Lyles. He's 3,800 FanDuel salary, 1,300 more on DraftKings, averaging 12 fantasy points per game on the season, scored 12, 10, and 15 fantasy points in the last 3 games. So I like Anthony Rizzo here versus Jordan Lyles.
Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching.
If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal,
all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won.
And we'll send you $25 PayPal.
So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you.
Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. I like Ty France with a 67% batting advantage over Zach Loge. And Ty France is batting a .840 OPS versus lefties. Zach Loge is pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a .801 OPS versus righties. Ty France is $3,400 FanDuel salary, $300 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .325. So I like Ty France here versus Zach Loge. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. I like Luis Urias with a 22% batting advantage over Nick Martinez. Luis Urias is batting a .819 OPS versus righties. Nick Martinez pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 25% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .877 OPS versus righties. Now there's no at-bats versus Martinez yet, and Luis Urias is $3,100 FanDuel salary, $1,700 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .293. So I like Luis Urias, not to be confused with Luis Arias, even though Luis Arias is in a good spot as well, but Luis Urias, both those guys, very similar names. So I like Luis Urias here versus Nick Martinez. Okay, who do we have at the shortstop position? I like Brendan Donovan with a 40% batting advantage over Jose Barrios. Brendan Donovan is batting 14% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .974 OPS versus righties. Jose Barrios pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, 25% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .880 OPS versus lefties. Now there's no at-bats versus Barrios yet, and I think Jose Barrios is a pretty good pitcher, so I would stay away from batters unless they are lefty batters. I think they're in good shape here. But Brendan Donovan is only $2,400 FanDuel salary, $1,100 more on DraftKings, averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .319, so I think he's a fantastic value play. So I like Brendan Donovan here versus Jose Barrios.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, moving on to the outfield position. Let me give you a few picks here at this position. So one of my home run hitters is Ronald Acuna Jr. He's got a .300 batting average and a 1.056 OPS versus Wheeler and versus Zach Wheeler. 3 of his 9 hits are for home runs, and he's got 4 doubles in there. He's $4,100 FanDuel salary, $2,000 more on DraftKings, averaging 14 fantasy points per game on the season with a batting average of .298. So I like Ronald Acuna Jr. Now I also like another home run hitter here is Giancarlo Stanton. He's batting against the low salary pitcher Jordan Lyles. Stanton is batting a .870 OPS versus righties, and Lyles is giving up a .777 OPS versus righties. But what I love about this pick is Stanton is 7 for 15, batting a .467 batting average and a 1.271 OPS versus Lyles. He's 3,800 FanDuel salary, 2,100 more on DraftKings, averaging 12 fantasy points per game on the season, and he has a batting average of 297. So I like Giancarlo Stanton here versus Jordan Lyles. Now, one of my favorite plays on the slate, I think he's a good value play. Take a look at Andrew Benintendi with a 16% batting advantage over Zach Davies. Andrew Benintendi batting 12% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .815 OPS versus righties. Zach Davies is he's pitching a .768 OPS versus lefties. And Benintendi is 2 for 3 versus Davies. One of those hits is a home run and the other one is a double. And he's 2,800 FanDuel salary, 1,400 more on DraftKings, averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season. And Andrew Benintendi has a batting average of 329. So I like Andrew Benintendi here versus Zach Davies.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.